What's up, guys? I'm Scar here from theScore eSports here with Pobelter. After a kind of close series, you guys ended up going 2-1 against P1. We are now, I officially stated as Titan Slayers. How did the first game go for you?
I'm not sure. It felt like things were a little bit off. I guess people got thrown off by the Mordekaiser pick. But still, I think a lot of our flaws as a team were shown, besides just like getting caught off guard besides that champion pick. For example, we said before the game, all right, guys, it's Mordekaiser Callisto. We need to control Dragon very well, and we kept repeating it throughout the game. But we ended up giving like the first 2 or 3 dragons for free. So that's not great, of course. And so I think that's one of the big problems we have right now. It was evident in our series against TSM as well that we're really bad at early dragon control for some reason. I think it might partially be because our bot lane was getting pushed in for most of the games where we were losing dragon, and yeah.
A lot of people consider dragon control to be part of buff control as well, like just objective control in general. Do you guys think your buff control is very good though, like on point?
Buff control, I think we're good at contesting red buffs and blue buffs, but I guess somewhere along the way we forgot about dragon, and we need to find our focus on dragon again, because obviously it's very bad to just be giving up dragons like we are right now.
I was actually told, or I think Dylan made a statement somewhere, that you guys knew that there was a potential Mordekaiser jungle coming to you guys. Do you feel like the adaptation, like, or did you guys actually know it was going to happen?
Oh, I don't know if they were talking about like more because we were talking about Mordekaiser jungle before the game, because it's the highest win rate jungler on champion.gg, and we were all talking about how it's because there's this win trader in EUS that keeps playing Mordekaiser jungle and win trading, so he wins a lot of games. And we're like, man, sure would be funny if we played against Mordekaiser jungle today or something like that. And then it happened and we got shit on, so yeah.
One of the things I noticed with the Mord comp is actually that tarik synergizes very, very well. And a lot of teams are pulling out tarik very recently. I think today we saw more tarik picks than in the rest of the entire split. What makes tarik really stand out right now?
I think he's really synergistic with tanky diving champions because of his shielding. You can play off stuns with beefy frontliners and, of course, the ultimate. So I think he works really well with and against dive champions. And I think the laning is all right, too. It's also very easy to set up like 4-man bot dive, so I think that's why Tarik's a bit popular right now. Actually, I think our draft was pretty bad game 1 against the sort of team comp they were having with Karma and 3 tanky champions. We had Lissandra, who is not that useful unless the enemy has a lot of squishy characters, I think. And also Hecarim, who isn't able to do much when you can't like kill a target that quickly. So I think our draft definitely set us up for failure, and after we made the early game mistakes, it was pretty difficult to come back.
The next 2 games you guys kind of adapted very well. Your drafts ended up being pretty clean. What was the big difference just because you guys banned Mordekaiser and set up a good draft, or did you feel like there was any chance they could have won without their like I want to say like unnatural jungle picks?
I don't think we did anything too different. We strayed away from Hecarim, which we were just trying out because it was our last set, and there's not that much on the line for us. It's another win, but it doesn't affect our standings. And it didn't work out that well for us, so we went back to our comfort Rek'Sai pick, of course. And we also didn't play Lissandra top. So, yeah, our draft was better.
It's the end of the season. You guys have, I think, solidified second place. How does it feel? I don't want to say how does it feel as in like, oh, being so close to first but not being able to do it. But like at the start of the season, were you guys definitively being like, even though the split's stronger, like we're going to end first no matter what?
No, it's always hard to say because teams can get a lot better or a lot worse throughout the course of a split. So I'm usually pretty reserved with my judgment, so I wasn't like, all right, we're going to get first for sure, because we had a lot of problems at the beginning of the split, and we still have a lot of problems we need to fix going into playoffs.
You talk about these problems, like problems with the draft, problems with being unable to control Dragon. How do you expect to fix those problems going into playoffs?
I'm not sure, because we've recognized that these are problems, and sometimes it's just, I feel like a difference in the way that I view the game versus everyone else on the team. So like I said, I had a problem with the draft game 1, and I talked to Huni after, and I said, maybe Lissandra isn't that good when they have so many tanky champions, even if it is strong versus Trundle in lane, which it is. and then he seemed kind of like wishy-washy about it. So, sometimes it's just a difference in my perception and everyone else's perception. Other times, though, we recognize the problem and we're still making the same mistakes. How we can fix that if this is happening, I'm not sure, but obviously it's something we need to address. Otherwise, we're not going to be anything more than second best, I think.
Do you think your coaching staff is doing a great job of being able to help, kind of bring you guys together to solve these problems?
I think they're doing all right. I don't think they're... Well, the problem is that I feel like for coaches to be really effective, you need to be really forceful to your players and make them do things that you don't want to do, but I feel like some of the personality types on our team aren't really receptive to that, so it's kind of tricky. They don't want to damage any relationships on the team or anything by being too harsh, but at the same time, there are problems that need to be fixed, so it's a lot of trying to find that balance right now.
I'm going to ask you something completely random. Throughout the season, everyone always has a champion they wish they could play, or a champion that they really wanted to bring out on stage. Did you have something, now that the season's all over, that you could say that, oh, I wanted to play this champion on stage? Maybe even in a specific matchup, or just because you really wanted to play the champ?
I was feeling really motivated after we lost to TSM yesterday, so I went back home and grinded like 10 solo queue games for the first time in a really long time, and it felt really good, and I was playing a lot of LeBlanc, so I kind of wanted to bust out LeBlanc today and style on kids, but I wasn't able to, so I guess that would be it.
All right. I mean, I expect to see that LeBlanc kind of in the playoffs. Hopefully, I've seen your LeBlanc in the past. It's pretty good. Do you have any final words to say to your fans?
Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, follow, donate. Yeah.
Well, from the donation machine himself, this is Pobelter. I'm Scarra here from theScore eSports. You can find more content online and on our mobile app. Thank you guys. Hope you guys have a nice day.